Welcome to a new series of Jazz at Home and to our first episode of a three-part series called Two's Company, which is a special project of duo performances by the musicians of JASS HOME and our friends. The performances were recorded at the beautiful Monteiro Listening Lounge in Singapore, and the quality of the recordings by recording engineer Frank Lee and mix-down engineer Sunil Kumar, along with the lovely footage shot and edited by Prakash Xavier, will be something that I'm sure you will enjoy. Let's get to the music. I've Never Been in Love Before, featuring Ben Poh on the bass and myself on piano, was composed by Frank Loesser for the musical Guys and Dolls. Perhaps the most well-known jazz version was recorded by trumpeter vocalist Chet Baker. For our recording of the Two's Company series, this song was not planned, but bassist Ben Poh and I fooling around in the recording, and we found ourselves having a really good time and a little extra time. So I said, "Hey Ben, you feel like recording this tune?" And he said, "Sure." It turned out really well, and it's an easy medium swing version of the song. Ben plays a really thoughtful lyrical bass solo on this. Please enjoy. I hope you enjoyed I've Never Been in Love Before, featuring Ben Poh and myself. And I hope that it got your fingers snapping and your foot tapping. That was really a lot of fun to play. Next up is Stomping at the Savoy, featuring ALEMAY, Fernandes, and Chok Kerong. This is one of the most swinging jazz songs ever written, and is composed by Edgar Sampson in 1933. Lyrics were later added by Andy Rizal, and it was recorded by both Chick Webb and Benny Goodman. Goodman's version became the bigger hit in 1936. Even though it's been recorded hundreds of times, it's not as well known as it should be. The version by ALEMAY and Chok Kerong swings to the max. I'm not sure if it's legal to swing so hard. Kerong plays some Thelonious Monk-influenced licks in the intro before ALEMAY puts it into a real hard groove. Her scatting is impeccable, and she navigates the chord changes in the bridge of the song effortlessly. Kerong's solo is also complex yet melodic. Here's Stomping at the Savoy. Enjoy.
Savoy, the home of sweet romance. Savoy, it wins you at a glance. Savoy gives happy feet a chance to dance. Your form just like a clean vine, your lips so warm and sweet as wine, your cheeks so soft and close to mine, divine. How my heart is singing while the band is swinging, never tired of romping, stomping with you at the Savoy. What joy, a perfect holiday. Savoy, where we can glide and sway. Savoy, so let me stomp away with you. Savoy gives happy feet a chance to dance. Your form just like a clinging vine, your lips so warm and sweet as wine, your cheeks so soft and close to mine, divine. How my heart is singing while this band is swinging, never tired of romping, stomping with you Savoy, let me stop, let me stop, let me stop, let me stop. Oh, hey, come on, baby, take me dancing all day. Savoy, I wanna go, oh, Savoy, I wanna dance, Savoy, come on, let me stop with you. Savoy, ooh, let me stop away with you. Stop away with you.
Hi everyone, good to see you here, and glad to have you join us for Two's Company. For those of you who are watching on the Jazz Association page, as well as the my fan page and friend page, and also the Jazz Association YouTube, and also on the other pages. Straits Times is now carrying our show as well, both on their YouTube and Facebook as well. So thank you for joining us all over. Wasn't that a wonderful swinging version of Stomping at a Savoy by ALEMAY, Fernandes and Chok Kerong? So enjoyable to listen to both of them play, right? Really, really nice and swinging. So I wonder if, see if you guys are across so many pages. So I've asked my team to send me your message. Right, I see, hi, Edmund, our chairman of Jazz Association. I think you're watching at our friend page. Come and join us on our Jazz Association page if you can, and or YouTube, wherever you prefer. Hi James Martin, and hi Anita Gan. Thanks for your comment. Love that bass, you said. Love it. Love the sound of the double bass. Right. So let me see. Hi Deborah Davis, watching from. Are you still in Hong Kong, Deborah? Good to see you here. Hi Vivian Cole, nice to see you here. It's always very good to see you here. Lorna Jenna is watching on our Jazz Association Facebook. Also like to say hello to my Auntie Lorna and wish her a happy birthday tomorrow. And also Uncle Augie, nice to see you here. Brandon says, hi Uncle Jeremy. Oh wow, that makes me feel a bit old, but thank you very much, Brandon. Okay, I guess you know, I just want to say that it's really nice to be here. Nice to play all these videos that are done by the duo videos that are done by the Jazz Association musicians, both the older ones like me, and also some of the young jazz musicians with the Jazz Association. And of course, later on we'll be listening to the godfather of Singapore jazz, Maestro Louis Soliano. So, you know, please continue to watch us. Please share your link, share the show. Please start your watch parties and enjoy yourself, okay? And if you're encountering any issues, just talk to us in comments, and we'll be glad to address your issues. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll talk to you a bit later on, okay? But first, the next tune is called Hard Times, and it's performed by Weixiang Tan on the piano and Hong Wei on the tenor saxophone. This is a really great song choice by Weixiang and Shawn. Composed by the late great Ray Charles, it is appropriate for our times as we all feel our feelings during this difficult time. It's a really bluesy tune that Ray Charles recorded with David Fathead Newman, who I once got a chance to speak to on the phone. Shawn is so young, only 21, but here he shows how deep his affinity is with jazz. Weixiang, who Shawn admires as a mentor, provides a lovely platform on which he and Shawn truly play with stunning pathos and authenticity. It is said that the blues is what you listen to when you need to chase away the blues. So here is Shawn Hong Wei on tenor sax and Weixiang Tan, our Jazz Association Associate Music Director, on the piano, playing this bluesy, gorgeous version of Hard Times. Being a charity, the Jazz Association Singapore is reliant on donations to sustain our programs, which include the commissioning of jazz compositions and arrangements by Singaporean musicians to encourage jazz excellence in Singapore. Continuing our community outreach performances to bring the joy of jazz to all and showcase Singapore jazz to the world during this trying period. Funding jazz scholarships to nurture our young local talents. And supporting our local jazz musicians, including providing short-term financial aid to eligible local jazz musicians who are impacted by the crisis. Please consider supporting us in our efforts to spread the love of jazz to all corners of Singapore and promote Singapore jazz. As JASS is a charity and institution of a public character registered in Singapore, Singapore tax residents will qualify for 250% tax deduction. Any amount is welcome. Thank you. Sorry, I left my mic off. You know, I'm doing all this on my own. If you have a look at this camera, right? So I'm actually hosting the show, and I'm playing the items as they go on, and also you can see my controller there, and I'm actually starting the show, and I, you know, that's the important thing I need to do, and that is to turn on the microphone. And I'm sorry I didn't do that, but I want to repeat again to everyone I was talking to just now that didn't hear me. Thank you to Lorna, Jenna for tuning in. Really nice to have you here. Also want to say hi to Wing Chung and Brandon. You're welcome. It was a pleasure preparing this. And Sharon said, what a voice. Talking about ALEMAY singing. Yes, great voice. Hello also to Siti Noor Iman, who's watching on the Jazz YouTube. Rose Koo, who watched my last Christmas concert. Sorry, there's no Christmas concert this year, but we'll be back next year, okay, for Jazzy Christmas. ALEMAY, thanks for watching. You're watching from the YouTube at Jazz, and thanks for that great singing. Wow, that was amazing. I can't wait to play the other item, to have the other item where you sing on a future show. Kerong, also thanks for watching on the Jazz Facebook page, and thanks for the great playing. You sounded really wonderful. Thank you, Auntie Lorna, for watching in. And also my auntie and uncle Jean, Auntie Jean and Uncle Pevi are watching from Kuala Lumpur as well. Hi to Susan Pei, our director from Jazz Association director, is watching on our Jazz Facebook. Jacinta, hi, nice for joining us, and Florence Lee also is here with us. So really appreciate all of you joining me, and apologies for muting my mic just now. As I was saying, this is the first time. Normally we actually use, for these kind of professional shows, we use a professional video producer, but we thought, you know, we'll try and do it from my home studio, and I just have to remember one important thing, and that is to put my microphone on. Anyway, here is the next item. The next tune is called The End of a Love Affair, featuring Weixiang again, and Jolie on the guitar. It's composed by Edward Redding. And it's performed so well by the two of them. It has been performed by singers like Billie Holiday and Frank Sinatra, and has been done as an upbeat swinger and also as a reflective and lovely ballad. Joe and Wei play this as a lilting ballad. Joe's phrasing on the melody and on his solo is astonishing, and this level is usually only heard by players much older than him. Wei plays his solo with great harmonic and melodic wisdom as well. Here's Jolie on the guitar and Weixiang Tan on the piano playing The End of a Love Affair. Enjoy. Well, we have come to the end of the first episode of Two's Company. We hope you have enjoyed yourself and hope that you will join me and my colleagues next week for our second installment of this series of duo performances. Before I introduce the last song of the evening, I would like to thank you for tuning in. Really, we appreciate it. I would also like to thank the National Arts Council for supporting the production of this show with their digital presentation grant, as well as Hong Leong Foundation for their support. The last tune is a very well-known jazz standard by George and Ira Gershwin titled Love Is Here to Stay. It was first performed in the musical The Goldwyn Follies, but is probably best remembered these days from its performance by Louis Armstrong and Ella Fitzgerald in the Harry Connick movie When Harry Met Sally. It's the last musical composition written by George Gershwin. His brother Ira wrote lyrics later and wanted to call it Our Love Is Here to Stay, but by then it had already become a hit. These days people call it by both names. I'm very honored to perform this song with the godfather of Singapore jazz and my mentor, the great singer and drummer, Maestro Louis Soliano. I've been playing music with Maestro Soliano since 1981 when I played in his trio, and here we are 39 years later still making music together. Louis may be approaching his 80s in a couple of years, but if I could have even half his energy and zest for life and for music when I reach his age, I would consider myself very blessed. In this performance, besides singing the tune in his unmistakable crooning style that everyone knows, he gives us a masterclass in jazz drumming brushwork. You'll be astonished. Please enjoy.
It's a very clear. Our love is here to stay, not for a year, forever and a day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know may just be passing fancy and in time may go. But oh my dear, our love is here to stay. Together we're going a long, long way. In time the rockers they crumble, Gibraltar may tumble, they're only made of clay. But our love is here to stay. it's very clear. Our love is here to stay, not for a year, forever and a day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know may just be passing fancy, and in time may go. But oh my dear, our love is here to stay. Together we're going a long, long way. In time the rockers they crumble, Gibraltar may tumble, they're only made of clay. Oh, our love is here. Our love is here. Our love is here to stay.
Wow, doesn't Louis sound amazing? It's always a great pleasure to play with him. Before I sign off and say goodbye, I just want to say hello to Julia De Silva, who's watching on YouTube. She's kindly taken some photos and sent over to me, watching on a big TV. Also, Mark Nonis, my cousin, watching in Melbourne. Thanks for hanging out, Mark. I think it must be past 11 o'clock, past your bedtime already, right? And Rudy Joe, thanks for joining us as well. Peter Bodwin, who's often helps us by hosting our jazz galas. He's watching as well. Hey Peter, thanks. Cheers. Enjoy your drinks. And sorry about just now. The glitch of forgetting to put my microphone on. But this kind lady Juniper, who's a former student of mine, so she's very biased, but very kind all the same. She says it's fun to have this folksy feeling rather than too slick a studio type production. So Miss Mike cues are all part of the feeling, more intimate. Haha. Indeed. Thank you, Juniper. I'll go with that. I'd like to also thank our partner, our media partner, Straits Times, celebrating their 175th anniversary. Thanks so much for showing our show on your channels as well. We got between 250 and 300 plus people watching at any one time, from what I understand. And thanks for doing that. Thank you to International Jazz Day for your support as well, for marketing the show and also showing a longer version of the show on the International Jazz Day site at a later date. Also, a big thank you to all our donors and everyone who supports Jazz Association, especially the Composers and Authors Society, Singapore Compass, as well as EFG Bank. Thank you for that. And the great team at the Jazz Association, all the musicians and all the people in the crew who did the wonderful recording. I mentioned their names at the start of the show. Thank you all for watching. This would mean nothing if you didn't watch us. So thank you again, and we'll see you next week with another lot of beautiful songs, well recorded and well performed. Same time, 8:30, Sunday, next Sunday. So we'll see you then. Thank you and good night.